Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce our topic, the intelligent man's dating dilemma. Today, we'll explore a quiet but powerful assumption that many of us might not even realize exists. The idea that if a man is smart, stable, and successful, his dating life should be effortless. Of course, these qualities are what women often say they want: intelligence, ambition, respect, emotional maturity. But the reality, as many intelligent men discover, is quite different. They can find themselves single, sometimes not by choice. Over the next few slides, we'll dive into why that is and what it means for men navigating the dating world today. So let's get started. Sometimes, even when you've done everything right, meaningful connection can still feel just out of reach. It's really confusing, isn't it? You've built a solid career, treated women with respect, and approached dating with sincerity. And yet, that deep, genuine connection still seems elusive. So why is that? The truth is, being smart and successful doesn't automatically guarantee romantic success. There are actually several common reasons why intelligent men often struggle in dating. Today, I want to share 6 key reasons behind this challenge, along with practical shifts you can make. These are designed to help you attract and maintain the kind of relationship that truly fulfills you. And remember, understanding these reasons is the first step toward creating the meaningful connection you're looking for. It's about shifting perspectives and approaches, not changing who you are. So, let's explore what might be holding you back and how you can move forward to find the connection you deserve. Many intelligent men tend to live in their heads. You're someone who analyzes, processes deeply, and seeks understanding. These are all valuable strengths, but it's important to remember that connection doesn't happen through logic alone. It happens through feeling. If you've been taught to suppress your emotions, avoid vulnerability, or only speak up when absolutely necessary, women might perceive you as distant or disengaged. And sometimes, you might not even realize it. You're physically present but emotionally unavailable. So what's the fix? It's practicing emotional expression. Now, I'm not saying you need to overshare or become overly dramatic. Instead, it's about bringing warmth, curiosity, and responsiveness into your interactions. Ask yourself, does she feel seen and felt with me? Because real connection is built through small, authentic exchanges, not through perfectly curated plans or grand gestures. It's about showing up emotionally and allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to connect on a deeper level. Overthinking really can kill momentum, especially in dating. Now, I want to emphasize that being thoughtful is a strength in business or academics, but when it comes to dating, that same overthinking can actually backfire. Intelligent men, in particular, tend to overanalyze texts, the tone of messages, or even the timing of their responses. And what happens then? It leads to hesitation, second-guessing, and ultimately missed opportunities to connect. On the other hand, someone who's less caught up in overthinking but more direct, who takes a small, confident step, often builds a genuine connection faster. Remember, attraction thrives on momentum, not perfection. So, what's the fix? It's catching yourself when you hit that analysis paralysis. Ask yourself, what would I do if I didn't need to be perfect, just real? And then take that small step. Send the text, ask her out, give that compliment. Because imperfect action creates far more connection than endless analysis. The key is to keep moving forward, even if it's not perfect. Believing your value speaks for itself is a common misconception. Many intelligent men think that once a woman gets them, she'll naturally appreciate their depth. And while that's true to some extent, it also assumes she'll stick around long enough to truly see it. Attraction isn't just about what's on paper, things like degrees, stability, or kindness. It's really about what? Felt in real time. Humor, playfulness, a little spark of tension. If you only focus on showcasing your resume, she may never get to experience your personality. So here's the fix. Lead with connection, not just credentials. Share stories, laugh together, flirt lightly. Let her feel who you are, not just know it. Because ultimately, genuine connection is what makes the difference. Let's be honest, modern dating apps and hookup culture can often feel shallow, chaotic, and transactional. For men who truly value depth and genuine connection, it can even feel a bit alienating. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that all women are into hookup culture or that real connection doesn't exist anymore. But the truth is, that's not the full picture. Many women are just as frustrated and are searching for what you're looking for too. So, what's the solution? The key is to change the environment you're in. Instead of relying solely on dating apps, consider attending interest-based meetups or joining communities that reflect your passions. Taking classes or engaging in activities you love can also help you meet like-minded people in a more meaningful way. And if you do use dating apps, be intentional. Be clear about what you're seeking and let your depth be a filter, not a wall, that keeps the right people in. Remember, the goal is to find authentic connection, and that often starts by creating the right environment where it can flourish. Having high standards is definitely healthy. It pushes us to seek out the best in ourselves and others. But here, the key, standards alone, without a clear strategy, can lead to frustration. If we want to meet a thoughtful, kind, and attractive woman, we need to ask ourselves, am I actually spending time in places where women like that are likely to be? Another common pitfall is disqualifying women too quickly if they don't fit our exact standards right away. Sometimes we miss out on great potential because they express their values differently than we do. It's important to stay open-minded and recognize that different expressions of value can still align with what we're looking for. The solution is simple but powerful. Align your standards with a clear strategy. Go where high-quality women gather, whether that's social events, shared interests, or communities that attract the type of woman you're interested in. And stay open-minded without lowering your core values. It's about being flexible in approach, but firm in your principles. Remember, connection isn't something that happens instantly. It's built over time through genuine interactions. So be patient, be intentional, and focus on building real, meaningful connections rather than rushing the process. When it comes to dating, many men are used to a different dynamic. In academics, jobs, or promotions, you're often the one being chosen, right? But dating is a bit different. Women aren't just looking to find a great man, they want to feel desired by him. It's about connection and mutual interest. If you're sitting back, waiting to be noticed, you might get overlooked. Not because you lack value, but because you're not signaling your intent clearly. Women want to see confidence and initiative. So the key here is to step into the role of the chooser yourself. Make eye contact. Don't be afraid to start conversations. Show genuine interest. When you do that, you're sending a powerful message. I know what I want, and I'm confident enough to pursue it. Women respect a man who knows his worth and isn't afraid to take the lead. Remember, this shift from waiting to pursuing is a crucial part of becoming more attractive and building real connections. All right, let's wrap things up with some final thoughts. If you're an intelligent man feeling stuck in the dating world, I want you to understand one thing clearly. You're not broken. You're not too deep or too different from anyone else. The truth is, you're simply applying your strengths in a way that doesn't quite serve genuine connection. Remember, dating isn't about solving a problem or fixing yourself. It's an experience to be felt and experienced. So I want you to ask yourself a few key questions. Am I living in my head instead of being present in the moment? Am I waiting around to be chosen, rather than making a choice myself? And am I showcasing my resume, listing achievements and qualities, rather than sharing my true personality? These questions help us shift our perspective. They remind us that authentic connection comes from being present, from choosing actively, and from showing who we really are. So, take these insights and apply them. Remember, dating is an experience, not a puzzle to solve. Thank you. All right, so here we are at the final slide. And I want to emphasize that the path to true magnetism isn't about changing who you are at your core. Instead, it's about aligning your natural strengths, your intelligence, stability, and thoughtfulness, with qualities like presence, playfulness, and emotional connection. These elements together create a magnetic energy that draws people in effortlessly. What's really important to understand is that it's this balance between your inner qualities and your emotional openness that makes a man genuinely magnetic. When you bring these aspects into harmony, You don't have to force anything. Your authenticity shines through, and that's what truly attracts others. So this is about integrating who you are with how you connect on a deeper level. It's not about becoming someone else, but about cultivating that authentic presence that makes you naturally compelling. That's the real path to becoming a magnet in any situation.